Warning. The following video contains amateur chess content. Viewer discretion is advised.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Road to 1000 Elo. As you can see down here, we are 999. So this is the game. If we win this one, we're sailing into the 4 digits. And I think for this episode, since it's pretty special, we're going to play a 15-minute game. I don't want to lose due to time. So I want to be able to think all my moves through and get this win. So let's do it. And we're going to get white. So we're going to try to play a Ponziani. See if it works out. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic Monday and a good October. The weather's beautiful where I live. It's finally starting to feel like fall out here, so gotta love that. We're not really worried about the opponent taking our knight here. So we got the nice big center. Opponent traded off his e-pawn. I think this is next. Make the opponent make a decision about what he wants to do about this pin. But maybe we should slow down and evaluate a bit more since we are playing a longer time controller today. Okay, what do I want to do? I could play this, but that's a little too committal of a pawn move, and the bishop's not trapped. It can escape. So bishop out or knight out. I think both are fine. I think we'll start with knight. Try to get this out and then castle. But this opponent is quite a bit higher rated than us, about 38 points higher. So if we get a draw, technically we could hit 1000 elo, but we're going for glory. We're going for glory here. I'm thinking maybe dark squared bishop here. And then it's got a nice little nook back here near the king once we castle. That's looking decent. I think bishop f4, bishop c4 is looking pretty good. But, I mean, we definitely have the better position out of the opening. So what more can you really ask for? Yeah, I don't want to be the one taking. I do have the queen a4 check, but it can be blocked. It can be blocked in a variety of ways. If we go here, the opponent can technically play b5, but then I think we could sack the knight and win the rook. Let's go for it. The light squared bishop's on a little vacation over here. It left the king weak, so we can exploit that for now. Yeah, the only moves that really make sense are this, or queen up. If they play this, we can exploit them tactically. Okay, and that works. That works also. But this move still works. This move does still work. They can't take. Or no, it doesn't work. Ooh, good thing I didn't do that. Good thing I did not do that. Okay, we could go here, but then that blocks our queen, but it's not like we can recapture anyway, so this is looking good right now. Whoa. Alright, well I guess we'll drop back. I'm tempted to go all the way back because they could take our knight and kind of ruin our pawns over here. So let's just drop all the way back. They're going to have to waste a move repositioning the knight. Yep, I knew they wanted that, so that's good. We'll take. Okay, where do I want the queen? I guess I gotta bring it back again all the way because they're threatening this fork, so let's bring it back. And then maybe here to try to kick the knight out. They've made a lot of very committal pawn moves, most of which are not in the center of the board, so that could come back to bite them in the ass later. All right, now where do I want to put the knight? I could bring it back here, offer a trade, or I could put it here. That just looks wrong, though. I could give another check as well. I could give another check. They've really weakened up the light squares over here. Okay, I could give another check. They can't block with the knight because that would just hang the knight. Interesting position. Yeah, we could give this check and then we're still holding the fork. But then we don't really have anything too fantastic. So let's just bring the knight back, offer a trade. This is definitely coming at some point, though. If opponent doesn't take us, we're going to take, because we would just win a pawn. Okay, I guess we'd no longer win a pawn, but does this check have merit? I think it has merit. Could even develop another piece. Right? Could develop another piece. Yeah, let's just keep developing. Because now we would win material. So I think they're kind of forced to take us, and then... Okay, just this, right? Takes, takes, takes. They don't want us to get this check, clearly. I mean, if they push the pawn, they do have a discover check. Maybe that's kind of what they're... Maybe that's kind of the angle here. So maybe I should take with the queen. Because when this comes, I can block with the bishop. If I take with the bishop and then they give this, then I have to block with the queen. I have to block with the queen, and then that gives up our right to castle. So, let's do this. Yeah. So now we're gonna do our plan. So queen's gonna get kicked out. This pawn's protected. Yeah, and then now I guess we can give this check and win this pawn back. I think that's what we'll do. You kind of got to block with the queen. Yeah, now we can just win this pawn back. So we're not having to double. So we're up 2 pawns. We're very happy. Now it's time to castle. It is very much time to castle. Okay, we don't want to hang this pawn, so maybe this. I'm not in the business of hanging pawns today. Can defend it in a variety of ways. I think pawn push is a bit too overzealous, because then all they have to do is play queen a7 and we can't castle. So I think this is the best move. Okay, they threaten our queen. Okay, now where do I want the queen? I think here. I could just play this, but I was worried about this pawn. If they go here, I think I'm going to play this. Threaten their a pawn. Might have to. I could push as well. Could go all the way here. Yeah, let's just gain maximum space. Now we have two defenders on the pawn. Nice and happy. Queen d3, threaten this pawn. Okay, they're trying to set up some ideas over here. Maybe we just get this bishop out of here, honestly. Or is it too early to really worry about that? Could go here and trade. I kind of like the prospect of that. We could go here and threaten this pawn. I kind of like applying max pressure. I think this applies some pressure because how do you defend that pawn? Knight here, queen here, rook here. I mean, there's ways to defend it. This diagonal is a bit scary, but I don't think we have to be worried about it yet. His idea might just be to blockade my pawns from moving forward. And if that's the case, then maybe we should just trade. Okay, interesting move. Yeah, they don't want us to trade off the bishop. So we could go rook here, offer a rook trade. Let's just offer a trade of rooks. We also hold this square down very well, so if bishop here, we're totally fine. I don't like this, though. I don't like this check that he has. He needs to get some other pieces involved for it to be worth something, but we need to keep an eye on that. But now he's kind of got to deal with the threat of taking this pawn. Pushing it's kind of just good for us because then we have two outside passers and we have the open b file under our control. Okay, so they do defend the pawn with the knight, which is what I assumed they would do. I think it's time to just keep it pushing. And notice how they blocked in their rook. So now we can do this. And it isn't, the rook can't really take. Okay, that's pretty annoying, not gonna lie. I wonder if they'll just keep shuffling back and forth if we do that. We could also just move the rook up. This will be funny. If they repeat moves again, I'm not gonna If they repeat again, I'm not gonna do that with them. But I do want this bishop gone. So I think it's worth one more shot. Could also go rook here. No, actually, that's a horrible idea. Disregard. Yeah, I'm not going to repeat moves with them. Don't really have any interest in doing that. So now I think it's just time to push the pawns up the board. I can't go here because that hangs it, unfortunately. Kind of a tough position to continue making progress in. I might be focused on the wrong side of the board here. Oh, this is... How have I not seen this? Yeah, this is awesome. This is an awesome move. So they're kind of forced to play this. And we can take. Yeah, we can just take the... Yeah, so now they got to sack a rook. That was a great find. Super happy we found that move. Okay, now we need to add another defender to the pawn. This is extremely committal, but I don't see another way. I don't see another way of defending it. Pushing it doesn't defend it. This is kind of the only way. We can't get a rook there. So maybe we just shouldn't be greedy and allow the opponent to take, but maybe that's dumb also. Very tense position. This might have some merit though. Hope I don't regret that move. Okay, I need to be careful with this knight. I need to be careful with the knight just hippity hopping around. Do I have this? I think I have this. I can also push. Where can the knight go? We have plenty of time. We have 10 minutes. Let's settle down. Okay, the knight can go here. And I can't really... Yeah, okay, I hate the knight coming here. I really hate the knight coming here, so we might need to play this. If the knight comes here, I can't get it out of there. And then let's go here. Queen there. What does that do? Yo, I can't push another pawn in front of my king, right? That looks deranged. That looks deranged on so many different levels. I can play this. This looks all right. Knight can come here, but we'll get 2 pieces. We'll get 2 pieces for the rook. So I really wouldn't mind that. We're in good shape. We're in very good shape to get a win here. I need to be careful about this check, though. Can't have my queen lined up. Can't blunder. Yeah, not many good moves for the opponent. I mean, you can go back. You can go here. No, you can't go there because then I just win it. I think this might be what they play. But we're going to get two pieces, and they're down a full rook, so they don't really want to be trading off. My chess coach is watching this game, and he's he's texting me all kinds of stuff. He's super happy with the moves I found in this game, so positive reinforcement, right? I think that this bishop move, I think bishop e3 really stunned him. This really put a hold on everything that he was planning, I think. So we're either going to see the knight retreat or we're going to see him give up two pieces for the rook. I think in either case we're pretty happy. Actually, he can't go here. Or he can. He can do that. I think this is one of those rare cases where you can overextend and push the pawns in front of your king because there's just no way in. And it's funny because he has a dark squared bishop, and my dark squares are horrendous, but he just has no way in. He just has absolutely no way in, so... I don't blame him for taking his time here. But I think we're completely happy with whatever move he does decide to make. Because there doesn't really seem to be a good one. Yeah, so he does retreat. He does retreat. Yeah, and now we can just... Okay, this might actually require a decent amount of thought. This feels super deranged. I could push. I could push. So push, and if he takes, takes. He can't take because my queen and my rook. That's looking pretty good. This move feels a little one-movie. But does that trap the knight almost? I mean, he's got to go all the way back. If I go bishop here, that almost traps the knight. Can't go here. Can't go here. So he has to go either to a8 or e8. So maybe that's decent, but I think I want the bishop policing the dark squares around my king, so let's just go for a pawn push. And it looks like our opponent wants to chat with us. He said just play. Okay, dude. This guy's sick, apparently. I'm gonna tell him you're sick. Yeah, and once I get the pawn to b6, it's not looking good for the opponent. Okay, so I guess he's attacking this pawn. So maybe now this. Bishop here, we protect this pawn. Okay, now I kind of have a vendetta to beat this guy. Because he's being a total dick. So bishop here, queen defends this pawn. He can give this check, and then we can just trade queens. And then I'm totally up, so bishop here. Yeah, this has got to be it. He said go Saab. Hung his queen. What an idiot. I want to say you go Saab. I say wah. Wah, little baby. What a fucking dickhead, right? Don't message me some shit like that. Guy's a fucking loser. I'm gonna say resign like a man. Psychological chess I'm playing. Purely psychological chess. Oh, maybe SOB meant son of a bitch, actually. Maybe it didn't mean cry. I'm gonna say waiting for resignation. What an absolute bum. Just resign, dude. Honestly, it's pathetic. Look at this guy. You just know he's a divorced dad. You just know he's a divorced dad. Just so bitter. All right, well, this might be a boring last 7 minutes, but we can revel in the fact that I finally hit 1,000 elo, so what a great day to be us. Listen, it's not good to like disrespect your opponents, but he started it in all fairness, so he started it. I would never talk to someone like that unless they had provoked me, so here we are. But if this is just if he just times out, and nothing happens in the next 7 minutes, then I'll probably just fast forward through all this. You guys probably won't hear all this trash talk. What a move, though. Bishop b6 was absolute Chad behavior. It's one of those moves that does two things at once. I attack the knight and I defend the threat. I guess he really didn't even think. How many... He spent... Oh, I can't see till after the game, but I think he spent like less than 5 seconds on that move, so I don't think he saw that I could defend that attack with a bishop move. Yeah, I guess we'll just chill. Like I said, this will probably be all fast forwarded and cut out, so... I think he was mad about how much time we were spending on moves because he was up a few minutes on the clock. But I mean, don't start a 15-minute game with 10-second bonus time if you don't want to think. Like you're just not doing yourself any favors. You're not doing yourself any favors doing that. So I think I'm allowed to take as much time as I want. Look at this guy. Coach said I missed Bishop G4 once. But he said it was earlier in the game, so where was that? I missed it for a while. I missed it for quite a few moves. I mean, why not just resign? Why do you got to be so mad? I'm gonna say chess. I'm gonna say chess isn't for you if you can't take a loss. Maybe I should just leave this in. Just let him be an asshat for people on YouTube to see. He said sit, dog. I say thanks for the elo. What a fucking guy. Let's go. All right, let's game review. Haven't decided if I'm going to fast forward through this or not, but if I did, welcome to the game review. We played no great moves, which is very surprising. 14 best moves, 1 miss. And the computer evaluates us at 1650. 84%. That's very good. We'll take that. All right, so we played the Ponziani. E4, knight f3, c3 followed by d4. Takes. Computer wants queen queen b3. We don't play that. We kick the bishop. He goes back. Developed our knight. Opponent challenges our center, kind of baiting us into taking. We give this check. Computer isn't convinced. I'm not convinced either. Didn't really know what to play, so we gave a check. Opponent blocks with the knight. It wasn't the right move. They should have brought it here to this square. Sorry, because now we can just get tempo on the knight. So they kind of close the center down, kick our queen out. We should have sacked. Whoa. Hold on. We got to see why this works. Oh. Wow, what a move. What a move. Let's see that one more time. That was mesmerizing, kind of. Takes. Yeah, knight still pinned. Yeah. Wow, what a move. Didn't see that. He finally takes our knight, so we trade with him. He hops his knight in. Nice little square for it. We retreat all the way back because if we had went anywhere else, really, he would have had this fork on the rook and the king. He threatens our knight. We moved it, offering a equal trade. This move couldn't explain it if I tried. Terrible move. I think he was trying to kind of prevent any future checks over here, so maybe that's why. Yeah, this was a mistake. Let's see why. We should have just taken. All right, let's watch. Okay, so we could have just given the check. I'm not sure why they couldn't have just offered a queen trade, but... Oh, I see why. Okay, so we would have had to... They would have had to given up their right to castle, so that makes sense. But in my mind... I played this move because I was thinking he was trying to add more defenders to the square. So with the bishop here, I'm actually able to take, which is what I do. And then we were debating on taking with the bishop or taking with the queen. He has this pawn move that's a discover check, so I calculated take with the queen so we can block with the bishop. If we'd taken with the bishop, we would have had to block with the queen. And then with the bishop on this square, the only piece that can recapture is the king, so then we give up the right to castle. So that was my idea, and it is the best move. Boom. Engine approves. Get tempo, give another check. Queen comes forward, and then we win this pawn. Computer's saying we want him doubled. Oh, I see why. Yo, that's really smart. Yeah, here it wants pawn takes because if he takes our queen, then we undouble, and the pawn is on a4. So that's pretty cool. Big brain stuff going on. We brought the bishop here to protect this pawn, but it is better served on this square. So that's interesting. Castle, castle. He threatens our queen. We go to c2, but should have went to a3. Oh yeah, should have went to a3 because then this pawn that we tried to threaten later is just right there for us. So that makes sense. We push this pawn supported by the bishop. Opponent threatens our rook. We went here, I think. Yep. Should have went here. Okay. Should have offered a queen trade this move. Brought another rook to the c-file, offered to trade of rooks. Opponent declined, blocking in their rook, which is not good necessarily. We tried to trade bishops. Opponent refused. We repeated moves. And then we found this nice little x-ray here. This was the only way to stop it, but it kind of only prolongs the issue because we can just take and we're still supported. So you have to give up a rook, which is what he does. We take. Still supporting the pawn with the queen. Okay, this is the move that I'm very interested in seeing if it was correct. This move right here. Typically, you don't want to push pawns in front of your king. At least that's what I've been taught. Yeah, wasn't the best way to handle things. We should have just gave up this pawn, but I didn't like the rook being so active. But that's okay. We kicked the knight out. Knight went back. Push the pawn forward. Computer wants us to take the knight with the rook. What on earth is that? Okay, I guess because we just create a massive passed pawn and we're still up material. Okay. But I think when you're someone like me, it's probably not best to just give up a rook for a knight for a passed pawn. Because I'm not Stockfish, so I will not play the best follow-up moves. All right. This was the pivotal moment right here. So the threat was him taking h3. So we attacked the knight. Guarded this pawn with the queen. We should have went queen or king g2 to defend the pawn, which is interesting. But yeah, this paid off because he just hung his queen, and then he proceeded to badmouth and run down 7 minutes of the clock and bore us half to death. So, all right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We finally did it. We finally made it to 1,000. So I think from here, I'm just going to start posting normal chess videos. So if you're a returning viewer, be on the lookout. This series is over, but I think we're going to either do like a rating climb in 100 elo increments, so maybe like 1,000 to 1,100 rating climb, or I'll just post good games that I have. Not sure yet, but nevertheless, I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really helps out the channel. If you ever want to watch me live, follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/curbchess. And yeah, we did it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.